is, actually. I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
I didn't look that up. So.
My fault.
You're thinking of next month's pay-per-view.
I greatly apologize. So where's Payback being held?
Let's snap right now. So Payback, we'll be covering that. That's more than likely going to be headlined possibly by Brock Lesnar. It isn't official yet, but maybe Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. We know we're going to have Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
Right.
More than likely the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro.
Probably.
So that's more than likely what we're getting at that pay-per-view. That's what they're hyping up on Raw. It's a Raw pay-per-view.
Okay.
Raw only show. Just want to clarify that. As I'm stalling, trying to get this information up. Here it is. The Payback is actually taking place in San Jose, California. Oh, shit! Bayley's going to be defending in her home city.
Well,
nice!
San Jose, California, huh?
Yeah, that's exciting.
Wow,
that's
cool.
exciting.
Excellent.
That's Bayley's hometown. That's crazy news. I didn't realize that.
We should just nickname it Bayley Fest.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Okay.
So, Bayley's defending in her hometown. Also, we'll also cover the Superstar Shake-Up. We'll see who went where and what happened and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right.
So,
and we'll see if it's anything like years past where tag teams are also.
I hope they don't.
excluded.
I hope they don't do that.
No, they did that one year. And
Not this year, though. This year's draft, they kept the teams together. So,
I would hopefully they would do that for continuity purposes.
So, all right. Well, that being said, we'll be back for that show next week. Thank you all for joining us today here inside the Wrestling Room. On behalf of Marty Elias, who was nice enough to talk to us, I'm Blake.
I'm Mark. Please support your local indies. Show them as much love as you can. Because I tell you, this is a program that just keeps on getting better the more you love it. So show them love. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us inside the Wrestling Room.
Yeah. And right now I'm showing love to my brothers and my old man. To my girl, let's get it on like the slow jam. To everybody that I'm running down the road with, y'all my family, I know that you know this.
You've been listening to the Independent Podcasting Community.
Independent wrestling star, women's star, Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing good. You are a busy bee. I can say that. Before we get started, what's the plan? Where are you recording these shows from? It actually is interesting when you told me.
Yeah, actually, I am poolside in Louisville, Kentucky right now.
Well, lucky there. You're doing an OVW show tonight from what you told me.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yes. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard OVW since WWE did shows there. How are OVW shows done nowadays? Because it's been a long time since I've heard that name.
Yeah, they're done the same. So they're done weekly on Wednesdays for TV down here, and they do house shows on the weekend. So we're actually doing their Saturday night main event on Saturday night. So we got a few shows while we're down here. It's kind of a vacation seeing family-ish, so I'm just happy to wrestle. I love wrestling there, and it's a dream come true to be there. So.
Well, that is very cool. Well, first things first, our wrestling historian, Mark, you always make sure I ask this question. Who actually trained you to be a wrestler?
Who what? I'm sorry.
Your trainer.
Sorry, I can't really hear you.
It's okay. You want to know who your trainer is. Our wrestling historian always asked that question.
Yeah. So my trainer is Damian Adams, and he is trained by the legendary Rip Rogers.
Oh, that works. When did you get started? I know you're really, really young.
Yeah, I started training in New Jersey when I was 18 under Damian, and luckily he is still close with Rip, so we've actually been able to come to Kentucky quite a few times over the last few years. and do extra classes with Rip, or when he is in the Northeast doing seminars and stuff, he stays with us, and we go and we do those seminars. So I've been fortunate enough to be trained by them both.
Wow, that's crazy. And to know you've come so far in just like under 4 years is crazy to me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what women did you look up to? I'm always curious about that myself. What women did you look up to get actually made you want to get into the ring?
Yeah, the biggest inspiration for me was Trish Stratus. I watched wrestling since I was 9. And that's when I saw Trish and I saw Lita, Jazz, Jacqueline, Victoria, all of them. And seeing them wrestle, I knew that I could do that one day. So those were my inspiration.
Well, then, if you're a Lita fan, what was it like to meet her in NXT when you were down there? I know she's one of the people down there all the time.
Yeah, it was really cool for me. I was nervous just because she was one of my favorites growing up. So it's kind of like, what do you say to those people?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So, but she's been really great with helping me, evolve down there and be more comfortable. So she's been great to me.
Yeah, that's cool. I met her once at a book signing a long time ago, and it was really, really nerve-wracking to me. I can only imagine for someone like you who looked up to her.
Yeah.
So, well, you've actually come along at an interesting time. We're in the middle of this almost women's revolution. I don't like using that term. I think it's kind of dumb. But thanks to the companies like Shine and NXT, how do you feel about being in this new focused women's world of wrestling?
Yeah, it's really cool for me because growing up, like I said, I watched women's wrestling, and it was an era of the bra and panties matches or the Playboy pillow fights, and you didn't really get to see women actually compete. So it was always a dream of mine to change that perception, and that was a goal when I became a wrestler, is that I wanted to change back to women's wrestling, not just being divas. So to be in this era and to be watching people live the dream that I had is really, really great, and it's a full circle feeling.
Well, if that's the case, you must have been giddy around WrestleMania when they brought out the women's title finally. I know, as a fan, I was.
Yeah, if you look back in my high school yearbook, my senior year, we had to fill out, like, what do we want to accomplish, and mine was to be a women's champion. So it was really cool for me because then the women's championship was retired, and it was the Diva Championship. So I was like, oh, that goal can't be possible now. So when they brought out the Women's Championship and it was changed, it was really a great feeling for me because that was another dream that I would like to come true, and now it was possible again.
That's very, very true. As I mentioned, more people would know you from being on NXT last couple of months. How did you get into NXT, WWE? How did you get that tryout to get in there?
Yeah, it's kind of been like the theme of my career where I have these last-minute things come up and they're life-changing. So I got a call from someone up in Stanford, and they were just like, hey, could you be in Orlando tomorrow for NXT? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. So that was the first time that I went, and that was this past October. So it's almost been a year that I've been able to work with them, and I'm always fortunate now because I get a little bit of time in advance, but it was just a last minute, could you do this? And it would be a favor to us, and I was available, and I made it happen. So that was the first time that I went.
Well, who was your first match? Was it on TV, and who was your first match? I don't even remember your first match.
My first match was with Nia Jax.
Oh, jeez. Ouch. Yeah, getting squashed by Nia cannot be fun.
You know what, it's really, you can't see it, but I think I cried the whole match.
Oh, wow.
Not because I was hurt or not because she was rough or anything. Like, I was just so thankful to be there and so nervous. So it had nothing to do with the way that she was. She was great, and it was a great first experience, but I was just so thrilled to be there.
I can absolutely believe it. And I'm not talking anything bad about Nia. I always joke around about her on these shows. So nothing negative about her whatsoever. I actually think she's actually really good in the ring for what she is. So, what am I going to say? I know recently, and I'm going to talk, this is me as a fan, just being honest here, you got to be in the ring with my girl Bailey a couple of weeks, like right after we talked, actually. Being in the ring with someone like her, being in the ring with Asuka, those are high-level women in the NXT world. how does it feel to be in the ring with them? Like, those are big-time stars.
Yeah, so after I wrestled Nia, I wrestled Asuka the first time, and that was the knockout. And then I wrestled her again when they did their big show at the UFC arena in Central Florida. And then, I wrestled Bayley just a few weeks ago. So it was more humbling to me that they would put me in that situation and trust me to deliver, especially with Asuka in the knockout. That was such an angle that is still relived in her promo packages today. So to have that trust in me and for them to believe in me that much was really an honor for me. But to get in the ring with them and just have to meet them at their level was really great, because that's the level that I want to be at. That's the level I think that I can compete at. So to have to go one-on-one and raise the bar a little bit for myself was really great.
It's funny. I told my wife I was interviewing you, and she's like, "Well, who's that?" Like, she doesn't follow close as I do. I'm like, "Oh wait, she's facing Bayley tonight." She's like, "Oh, her? Whoa, that's actually really cool." So that's where my wife stood on this whole situation. Was like, "Oh, okay, that's actually a bigger deal than I thought." To have to talk to her here. Now, actually, I'm curious about this. How did you get involved with the Taz show? How did that work out?
Yeah, he does his NXT review every Thursday. So the few times that I've been on, he always praises me and has kind words and encouraging words for me. So there had been a few times where I tweeted, thanks for the shout out or thanks for the encouragement to him. And it was like one random Saturday, he messaged me on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I have this really great opportunity if you would be willing to be a part of the show in some form." He's like, "I don't have much details yet, but if you want to be on board, let me know." And I was just like, "Yeah, that's great. Let me know what it is." And it happened to be the indie segment. So once he got all the details, I was like, totally, I would love to do that. It's to my advantage because I have so many friends that wrestle so much, and I'm so busy every weekend doing different shows and meeting different people and wrestling different people that I thought it was a really great opportunity to use my exposure to expose other people and give other people the recognition that they deserved. So that was kind of how that came about.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I heard I heard he was doing that segment. I'm like, wow, he's gonna get Deonna and he's gonna get all these other girls, and I'm like, this should be fun. I heard the first segment. I'm like, well, this is fun. This is definitely fun. Now, your goals. Yeah. I know on the show you were talking about your goals for the year. Would you like to share those with everybody here? I know you were talking about it on his show.
Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily have goals per se, but I do have one that I would like to wrestle 100 matches this year. So today is actually match 49, and Saturday will be match 50. So I'm halfway there. But that's really the only major goal that I've set for myself this year. I think that setting these, people set like, oh, I want to be signed by this time and I want to do this by that time. But having those expectations only leads to disappointment. And I don't want to ever be disappointed in my accomplishment. In the past 3 years that I've been actively doing shows, I've been able to accomplish more than a lot of people get to accomplish in their entire career. So if I set a goal and I don't obtain it, I don't want to look back and be upset with myself because I've obtained more than most people ever get to do in their lifetime. So my 100 matches is just my major goal for now, and I'm halfway there, so I hope to achieve it.
I was going to say, getting 50 matches halfway through the year, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive. Yeah. And to know that these some of the matches are high profile, if it helps. Actually, does help things. Actually,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and one other thing, I actually was looking up information here because that's just what I do, and it said you actually wrestled for TNA. When did this happen? Like,
yes.
I kind of phased out of TNA for a while, so when did this happen?
Right, I wrestled for TNA back in January. They did their live One Night Only pay-per-view out of the Sands Arena in Bethlehem, which is only like 45 minutes from my house. So I flew in from NXT on the 8th and went right to Bethlehem, and I did like a gauntlet battle royal type thing. And then I also wrestled on the One Night Only Knockouts Knockdown 2016 back in March that was filmed, where I wrestled Madison Rayne.
Wow. Yeah. I kind of phased out of TNA. So when I saw that, I'm like, she's on TNA? When did that happen? Yeah, by any chance, are you going to be involved in the Women of Honor, Ring of Honor? Because I know it's been a big deal right now.
Yeah, I've actually wrestled for them on quite a few occasions. Just this time last year, we had the first Women of Honor match in over 2 years. Mandy Leon